And at this point, I'd like to kick it over to the reason why we come here every week. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming.
Good evening, gents. Thank you for joining me. I wore the red and blue. I don't have a white vest, but I figured I'm pasty enough that it's kind of a red, white, and blue thing, right? That was what I was going with. I figured I'd break out some white napkins, because everybody used some of these at their barbecue, and I'm going to show everybody out there how to do a piece of magic. Now, this is generally frowned upon in the magic community, but I'm drunk, so I don't give a shit. But what we're going to do is we're going to have two napkins. One of these is going to be a secret. You're going to ball that fucker up real good. And you're going to hold it kind of awkward like this. And that's what us magicians like to refer to as palm. Okay. So once you have it in palm, you're going to take out your napkin, right? And you're going to display that it's whole. And then you're going to go right into tearing this bad boy up. And this is an old magic trope called the torn and restored, whatever the hell you want to tear and restore. Some magicians will use a card. Some magicians will use a newspaper, but I find that the news is so depressing these days. And so what we've got is this torn up one, and you've got this other one over here in palm, right? And so basically what you're going to do is you're going to take this here one and place it over here. And at that point, you're going to go down and reach for your magic wand. And while you're doing that, you're going to, unbeknownst to the audience, you're going to do what us magicians like to call a switch. Right, and you're going to switch out the torn one for the one that you had preloaded, and you're going to take out your wand or a Sharpie or I don't know, Mr. Potato Head with the dick on it that's packed because I'm moving soon. But and you're going to tap it, and you're going to show your audience that you have magically restored napkin, which even looks pretty cool when you know what's going on. And the question I get a lot is, Hickory, well, what do you do if you get caught? And I'm like, well, you're not a magician, so just don't get caught. What Hickory would do is he'd take his wand back out and he would smack those pieces that were in his hands, and magically restore that napkin. And that way, if he got called out, it just wasn't that big a deal. But what I'll do for the second part is I'll crumple that up. And I'm going to put it inside a glass to make sure that it's nice and safe. And I figured I would show you a little piece of coin magic. And this is not something that I do regularly, but I truly enjoy it. It's what got me interested in magic to begin with. Is because there's a million things that you can do with cards. But really, there's only like 5 or 6 things that I can think off the top of my head that you can do with a coin. But you can do some really cool shit like that, right? If you just kind of... And it vanishes... And if you reach up like that, you can make it reappear. But what's even cooler is if you were to be able to do a little piece of magic that a lot of magicians like to call coin through glass, right? Right? Where you could take this and kind of smack it through like that. And obviously you couldn't see that happen because what actually happened was coin through glass and napkin. And what we have... So I'll put that back there, is inside the napkin. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got for this evening. I figured that was a fun little piece. And moving right